All right, so we are back on the Mana Symbol channel. Hey, Capoeira02. Um, and we're going to play this very clean-looking Creativity Reanimator deck. We also have the version by Wafo Tapa that I can play afterwards if I feel like it. So Indomitable Creativity is a deck I'm very well known for. Once upon a time, we played a version by Spider Space that was very much Grixis in nature. It was playing discard spells, it was playing Hard Evidence, it was playing some Lightning Bolts, but it wasn't playing any of the powerful white cards. And I just didn't like the feeling of that deck. It felt like there was a bunch of cards that I just didn't want to be playing, and so that was it wasn't to my taste. Although he had some mixed to very good results with that deck over his time playing it. This is just a clean, like, oops, all four ofs version of this. So we've got Faithful Mending to bin our 4 Archon of Cruelties, as well as Prismari Command. So we've got 8 cards that can aggressively bin it. And then at that point, we can reanimate it with Persist, which is super, super efficient. This deck is not playing any copies of Unburial Rites, which I think I should sneak one in here right now, just like live. But the big reason not to do that is because you're not playing Unburial Rites. So no, not Unmarked Grave, because Unmarked Grave allows you to put the Unburial Rites into the graveyard. Why 4 Archons? Because you can you want to find an Archon to discard to persist, or you can creativity out 2 or 3 or 4 Archons with creativity. So you can really slam your opponent for beyond lethal, and draw a bunch of cards. So that's really, really nice. And then we have a transformational sideboard plan where we can totally shift into a non-graveyard based Emrakul Reanimator deck by pulling out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards. Right? And we bring in things like Rest in Peace, Nahiri, Emrakul, and whichever of the other cards we want. So that's the general plan. So let's just get into it. I don't think there's too much more to say about it. Octopodes Rex. X equals 3 sounds like Cruel Ultimatum. Except they take 9. And you gain 9. But yeah, it's similar. Should also note that the mana is atrocious. It didn't look bad to me in any obvious way. Making me all hot and I've played Cruel Ultimatum on this channel before. Yeah, Archon really gives opponents the business. So this hand doesn't have any combo pieces of any kind, but it seems kind of stable, so I'm going to keep it. Oh yeah, we're also playing the Dwarven Mine mana base. So we're against some kind of snow deck. It's probably the what's the right word? Oh, good move. The Sultai Wilderness Reclamation deck. Nothing so far has led me to believe anything but. So if it is Wilderness Reclamation, we're going to have a pretty tough game 1. But that's okay. Yep. They're tanking on the push? No, they can't push with Rhinewood Falls. They were tanking on nothing. Well, that's not really what I wanted to see. Yeah, I'll just ditch both the Mendings since they're card neutral when played from the graveyard. Squaw! Squaw! They've endurance'd me? Well, that's not nice. And they didn't kill my crab token during combat. I guess I should hold on to the Prismatic Ending in case they play Reclamation. I at least want to have a way to try to kill it. They didn't kill my... Alright. Didn't kill my crab in combat. I guess it's fair, since they could be worried about me doing something post-combat. This is... Are they missing land drops? This is the only reason I can fathom for them playing so aggressively. With a deck that is otherwise so reactive. And you play the Reclamation. Or not. All right. So without actually having a concrete plan yet, I'll attack into a potential Ice Fang here. All right, no Ice Fang. Unless they have Ice Fang, but they only have like 3 mana counters. It's also possible. Okay. We're just looking to find, oh my. We're looking to find Teferi or Persist and another spell to play on the same turn. Well, suddenly I'm taking 5. Okay, we'll Prismatic Ending this Endurance this turn. Okay, so now I need to save the Tarn in case they blow up one of the colors that I have, because as Shanna said, the colors are a little bit rough, and we don't have Ren and 6. Well, that is, yeah, just that's what we were looking for. So I have 1, 2, 3, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can Creativity X1, which is obviously not particularly good here. Good enough to be getting along with, though. Assuming they only have a... They only have a cheaper counter. Okay, they could have double. The J goes always up says Endurance. Alright. Yes, it's right here. I know they have another one in their 75, but like, or in their 60, sorry. I think they have 3 in the 75. But So I do have a Sacred Foundry. So I could go double shock to 9 to try to ending the Endurance. Which... Oh, I can get the island here. Okay, good. Yeah. Although, that means I only have the one basic left for the Field of Ruin. So maybe this works out badly for me. Nope, just dies. It's a quality song over 9,000. Crap. Oh, right, I natty drew the mountain. That's really bad. It's a good thing I got the Sacred Foundry, though. I have access to all my colors. Just a little choked on mana. I call him Gambler. And it's time to go and rescue your mother from his neon claws. All right, this is an opening. If they miss the land, no, of course not. What are the reanimate targets? Archon of Cruelty, Archon of Cruelty, Archon of Cruelty, and Archon of Valor's Reach. No, I mean Cruelty. So I haven't even seen a Persist yet. I think Homer versus the Second Amendment? Is that what it's... Is that when Homer gets a gun called? I think that one's after, because the other one is $ field. Or Springfield with a $ in the S. Persist? One time? Please? Oh. I wasn't actually expecting that, but okay. Doesn't... might as well try. Maybe they missed getting the counterspell. They're on only 5 cards in hand, so it's possible. No, of course not. Shoot. Why not try next turn? Just because it's way too likely that they have at least a 3-mana counterspell, but almost definitely 2. Nah, we're not overloading the counter magic in this situation, I don't think. Like, we'll see in a second here, but like, I wanted to do that before, and they just had the double, and then they might cast something. They're not going to cast anything. The only thing they're likely to cast is a Wilderness Reclamation, which will then untap all their lands. Like... I'm not saying that wasn't my plan at a different point in the game. I just don't think that it's going to work anymore. Like, they don't need to win the game any faster. They're winning it at the speed that they intend to win this game at. So at the moment... I'm assuming they have one more piece of counter magic, and then next turn I'll go X equals 2 or 3 even. They did tap out last turn? No, they didn't. They played a Memory Deluge, and then they played a land, and they had a counterspell. And we don't know what, if any of that they drew off the Deluge. So they didn't tap down. It looked like they did, but they might have just been playing correctly. Is my thought. They tapped out of multiple counterspells? Yeah, but they had already blown me away the turn before that. So it was the best time for them to make a move like that. Was when they tapped out of... But it's very likely that they found at least one with the Deluge. And my gamble was that it was a 3-mana one or a 4-mana one, because they play a bunch of them. The fact that they have had 2 counterspells basically right where they need it. They might have done that again. No, Memory Deluge is an instant. The only reason they did it there was probably because they needed the land drop. And they probably already had the counterspell in hand in that case. So it really... I don't know if it really told us anything. Again, these are difficult conversations to have because it's all just based on probability on things we don't have any information. Yeah, I think I took the line that had the best chance, and you think that I didn't, and that's fine. Like, that's... You think the Persist line didn't achieve anything? It got rid of their cheap counter. I don't know why they felt like they need to do this. This is really, really excessive. This is 5. I have a Mending, so we can go up 2 life here. But playing the Mending doesn't do anything. I probably should have just Mending the... What? The opponent has stopped us from doing any of the interesting, fun things we wanted to do. The opponent is controlling us, and we are not having fun. Was the... We deserve? No, that's not the way people think of the way control decks exist. People sometimes want the world to be a place where you just like take your 2 neat ideas and you smash them together and see which one was more neat. Yeah. I don't know why it seems to be the case that a lot of people find control to be kind of reprehensible, but they do. I don't get it, but it's fine. I think we actually keep all this stuff in. Their Graveyard Hate is not actually going to get that much better here. And I can take out Prismatic Ending. We can play some Wear, Tear, Mystical Dispute, and Flusterstorm. I agree with you that they make it more balanced. Just people just don't like... Yeah, I know, but people don't like them. People don't like the experience, usually because they don't know when to concede. Right, I mean, I agree with you. It is interesting. Let's get to that thing. The only thing I don't like doing is playing an aggro deck into... playing an aggro deck into a deck that has Wrath of God. I hate that so much. I hate that more than anything. But that's more of a product of me not liking playing aggro. Alright, there we go. Your Doomsday pile was made with the ability to beat 7 pieces of disruption. And they had the 8th. That's kind of sick, though. So look at the Savai Triome in a Steam Vent. Aggro against instant speed Wraths? I mean, that's just... Yeah. The Legacy just has a different set of rules, like, compared to most formats. And you have different types of players. Okay, so I need the blue. All right. So they have to have exactly another counterspell here.
Just give them one of these.
Thanks for the follow there, Whalen 7678. See, this is a situation where that was not interesting, though, right? Like, there was nothing interesting about that play. They just opened on a hand that had double counterspell, and now I'm in trouble. And, like, I could have waited. The problem with that is that they're going to have more and more and more pressure, so it's, like, really... Yeah, I agree with you. That's why I prefer to be on the other side of the table, or a deck that is able to present the kind of game that the Reclamation decks do. I don't like feeling like I'm pushed into being proactive like that. Yeah, well, Doomsday is a lot like Splinter Twin, right? But it also has the ridiculous lines of, like, the early game wins if people make mistakes. Jesus. Well... Yeah, there you go. It's the reason I like the regular creativity deck so much. All right, so this Faithful Mending got to find me something. Give me the Archon, baby. It's not an Archon. That's not what I want to discard. I want to discard that one and that one. Drawing Archon's not even good enough now, though. But that gets the Teferi through. And Teferi is that good against them. Twin is legal in Legacy? Yeah, it is. I assume it's not any good. Wow, what just happened? Alright, well, plus... They slammed a Jace against a deck where they've seen that we're playing Teferi. Wild. It's not good at all. Well, I would assume not, no. You think Twin, honestly, might be worse than Blue-Red Murktide in Modern? Like, if it were in Modern? Yeah, likely. I don't... The worst thing about Twin would be Twin with Teferi, I guess, in my head. I guess the thing I'm worried about here is, like, Abrupt Decay or Assassin's Trophy. Also, hey, Roy. Well, they still knew the top card of their deck from last turn, Bronxy, so I'm assuming that's what that had to do with. And if they want to go again, they have the Field of Ruin, so... Is this a Reclamation? Play Reclamation, then end step Shark? Yeah, I assume so. I'm going to bounce that with Teferi, possibly. Although, then the Kodal can aggro it down. They have a Kodal. Okay. Dos Kodals. Dos Kotales. Jace, the most sensuous and dangerous of all the snakes. The venomous and beautiful Ice Fang Coatl. Ooh, it's a snake. Yeah. Is it bad that I'm already feeling very off this deck? I'm really off of it already. I mean, obviously it's a... I mean, I can... So the thing is, I can Mending here, and... But I can Persist at instant speed at the moment. Yeah, I played Sultai Rec a couple days ago. They got a shark too? Goodness gracious. Oh, they're just cycling. Okay, good. Roy. I considered it, Jake, but I just... Okay, so we can float... Yeah, this is the time to do this. Let's grab the island in case I need it for whatever reason. I like that we're putting Crown in tumblers. Hey, we spiked the Archon. Remember that thing someone told me to do? I can do this any point, and I don't want Jace to bounce it, right? And I have double Persist, so actually I can block during combat and let it die to Death Touch. It's kind of funny. Hey, remember that thing that someone told us to do? The jig is always up. Also, the jig is always up is always correct, apparently. No, Roy. It's just something that looked appealing. Wow, they're gonna get blown out pretty hard, aren't they? Are they? So Storm Count 1 means the Flusterstorm is only for 1 right now, so I have to play the Persist first. They can still unsummon this, but it's fine. Yeah, I mean, Velomachus is just definitely the sweeter. They can't counter. Oh, right, of course they can't counter. Look at me not playing with my own Teferi in play. I've been playing with this card forever, and I still get it wrong all the time. But I did need to... No. But I needed to do this for the Storm Count, so I can fluster this. Sorry, it wasn't about the... Did I say it was so they couldn't counter the counter? What I meant is they could pay if the Storm Count was only 1. Maybe I said it wrong. They can still Jace the Teferi, so we're not... Aren't short, fat glasses called tumblers? No, tumblers are the bigger glasses. What do you normally think of like a beer glass is like a tumbler? A snifter is a wide cup, usually with a base for drinking brandy. Tumbler is the mixer one? Like a shaker tin? They didn't bounce. Maybe they didn't see it. Maybe they have another answer? I can't imagine what it is. Trophy? Trophy would do it. The deck is playing that deck is playing a trophy. Sultai Charm. Works for me. I haven't made mixed drinks in RuneScape in years. What's the glass you drink liquor from? It depends. There's a lot of them. So like a snifter is for drinking brandy. Yeah, we're gonna bounce here so we can kill the Jace. Yes. Yeah. I'm definitely doing that. It's tapped. And? I'm edicting them. I'm not killing the Jace by attacking it like some kind of plebeian. No, it's all good. Attacking a planeswalker to kill it. Getting my hands dirty. What do you think I am? Is Shauna here? Well, Roy is here. Is it plebeian or plebeian? I guess Shauna wouldn't know. He's Russian, so maybe the pronunciation is not. I just assume he's smarter than me. Thanks, Shauna. Yeah, if they bounce it again, we cast it. I want to bounce the Teferi again. There's no point in disputing this. They still have the Reclamation. All right. No, I know that it's pronounced pleb, but it's not plebeian, right? It's plebeian or plebeian. Could be plebeian. Plebeian. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. It's very, very, very Greek Roman sounding. Did Lords go crowd surfing? That's a good question. Okay, I guess we let this resolve. So they need to dispute like something that they're actually going to play when I play the Teferi. I mean, the Archon's kind of going to kick their ass too, though. They have to deal with both this and, in theory, the... The way you wrote it there is not helpful, Roy. Because I can't speak phonetic English. I'd like to. I basically just need a tutor. Because I think I would really like to learn how to pronounce the phonetic alphabet. Honestly, I just need a manual. Like I was researching it, Roy, and I would like to do it, but it's surprisingly hard to find like a good, clean. This is lethal opponent. Well, I know it's a 3 fairy main 1. I don't know. Oh, sorry. I have double blue up. This is lethal, and I have double blue up. Oh, I have triple blue up. Nope. Found 36 manuals. Zing. Sure. You're not wrong. Yes, that would have been correct. 100%. I made a mistake. You're right. Oh, this isn't blue. But you're right, yeah, because then the Archon trigger kills it. Let's see if it punishes me. Got him? Mm-hmm. So the one problem I have with this version is that Prismari Command and Faithful Mending, I don't actually believe in these cards this much in this deck. I'd like to see less copies of these, and I'd probably want the Nahiri's main deck. That's basically like the one point where I kind of... And that's how Wafo's deck was, and that really... I think it makes sense for a lot of reasons. All right. It's not a good hand, but it's got stuff. It's got big stuff going. I don't like the mountain being in my hand, but But we got ahead on clock on that game, which is nice. This deck's mana just seems too stretch. It certainly is something. I will say without Wrenn and 6, I feel super nervous. In terms of there are some lands that once you lose them, you're like, oh god, like we're not recovering from that one. Yeah, and Unburial Rites seems like really where you want to be with a deck like this for a bunch of different reasons. Deadly Dispute? The card I think it is. The black card, you sacrifice it. Yeah, that I don't no? Nahiri's fantastic. Nahiri's so good right now. I watched a very distracted Spike get annihilated by Nahiri earlier today because he was playing his Jeskai. What's it called? Jeskai Lotus Field? Jeskai Blood Sun. I call it Blood Field. He doesn't. But or Lotus Sun. But he got annihilated after getting a 5-0 10-0 league. He got crushed by Statler and Waldorf on Nahiri Boom. And it was beautiful because after he finished the first league, people were like, oh my god, like what are the bad matchups for this deck? And I was just there in chat and I was like, Nahiri Boom. Yeah, Nahiri has not kept its value. Not much Octopodes, but it's just the general... Just generally attacking the lands of Lotus Field is really good. Because they'll find it hard to get to their... Like, the Lotus Field deck is very clunky. Like, really clunky. That this is the perfect draw, basically. All right. Nahiri Boom's the best deck in Modern. It's not bad. It's not bad. Okay. Question is, am I supposed to just jam here? Because they have to have, like, double counterspell specifically? They could have counterspell plus Flusterstorm. They do play Flusterstorm. They could have... I think so. They play a lot of clunky counterspells. Perfect. And then if they Flusterstorm me, I get beat here. But that's okay. Doesn't look like they have it. Murktide Phoenix? Oh, Murktide Phoenix is sick. They do have the Flusterstorm. They might. Damn. Yeah. Well, I was right on half. That was unfortunate. Yeah, the Murktide Phoenix deck is cool too. I wouldn't recommend buying Phoenixes right now. I also think that, like, if you watched the league that I played, I don't know how good that deck is. I was just lucky and it was insane. Yeah, the Phoenixes spiked the other week. They might be coming down already. $13 is fine. Yeah, 13's not bad at all. It's just that it used to be like 5. Yeah, the new version. Scuttle Tide, yeah. You consider cards under 20 really cheap? Yeah. I mean, for me, really cheap is like basically free compared to what you would expect to pay for it, and I wouldn't consider 20 to be free. It's definitely not expensive, but it's not free. All right, so here's our moment to... Well, you might want to sell out of those Demi-Liches soon, Tony Idaho, because they're... I don't think they're going to retain the value. Okay, so we can go Crack a Clue. That's a good draw. It's an okay draw. So I haven't found a creativity yet. I was really hoping to find one there. So we have 4 in 40 cards. I could draw 2 right now. Or I can resolve this Teferi, bounce an Ice Fang. They get to draw another card I don't really mind because we kill the other Ice Fang before it can hit me. I think this is the right way to do it. Just dig aggressively. I mean, semi-aggressively. It's put on. It's put on. It's also like the restriction on Demi-Lich is just too high in a bunch of different ways. Like the fact that it eats your graveyard, like it needs an additional resource to do its thing. And on top of that, 4 spells is considerably more difficult to get to than 3 in most situations. And it doesn't come in with haste. I hope you do get to argue about it, and I hope that you do a lot of winning. Actually, you don't even need to win. Yep. Okay. They could have sorcery, speed, endurance here. That would suck. But nope. Oh. DC's the Pug Maker. So I'm pretty sure we just instant speed this Persist because there's no reason not to. Because they could play a Planeswalker or a creature and then we get a free extra kill. Just trying to be more conscious sometimes of when I do something goofy with the... They got Shark Typhoon? Okay, that's fine. Got him! Oh, I'm persisting. And even if they bounce the Archon, I could basically cast it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, maybe this deck is better than I thought it was. I'm back on it. I'm back on it. We just had a bad game one. I don't think it's that good. Like, if they had sorcery, speed, endurance there, we would have been in big trouble. But we also have, like, basically never drawn a creativity except for in game one where it was really bad. So... Obviously soft to hard control. I don't even know, though. Like, if we were able to win this... Baby Rage. Exactly. Exactly. No, but it wasn't even Rage. It was, like, the, like, mature version of Rage where you're just like, I feel defeated. So, it has come to this. Their deck is hard control. Yeah, exactly. So... Got him. Alright. Onwards to round 2. Fight. Creativity decks do tend to like me. Hey, Martinez. How you doing, my friend? Martinez DP. Any non-Archon plan is soft to certain staples. I speak a little bit of Spanish. My pronunciation is better than my ability to actually speak the language. Hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Está bien? My general bad habit with Spanish is my voice going really low for no good reason. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Had an insane streak between yesterday and today. Nice. Are you up there on the trophy board? I know you've been kind of close. One of the funny things about learning to speak Spanish on cruise ships is, though there are a lot of Spanish speakers on cruise ships, they can't help you because they all speak very different Spanish. And all right, we now know what we're up against. Seven? Wow, that's you're on. If you're not in the top 5, you're close. All right. They got the sword. Fire off the Babel. All right. Turn 3 Archon. Archon powers through Thopter Sword acceptably well. So I guess we'll see what's up with the what's up. I speak a little Spanish. I was asked to leave the quinceañera. Did you know the person who was in the quinceañera? Because I may have the reason why. They need, yeah, okay. So they've got the Thopter Foundry. Nope. Teferi. I see. Whoa. That's pretty incredible there. Martinez. Are you on like the Urian 4-color deck? They had booze and food, I'm only human. Fair. 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 I mean, what are you supposed to do? Not bust into a party unannounced? That just sounds irresponsible is what that is. I think I'll ditch the mending because I don't need more cards than what I have. 18 and 1 at GP side events. Goodness gracious. Pitch a fetch land. I was tempted to, but I don't know. Every time I have to go down a single card, it hurts my soul. And the front side of Faithless means you actually lose a card. So it's hard for me to justify that. So we're gonna have 2 Archons. What if we had, and I know this is crazy, but what if we had 2 Archons? Bang. We could even wait and go for more. They can sack the Teferi here if they want to. Martinez. Yeah, the guy who won the challenge, just kind of gummed up my list, put a lot of crap in there. Yeah, I'm on a carrion, don't worry. Okay, so can you send me the list, Martinez, if you have it accessible, or I'll maybe I'll just grab it off of Mord's stream. It looks amazing. I just have had a lot of stuff to play this week, and didn't get to it yet. They have Tormod's Crypt. Good play. Good play. They have a second Teferi? Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. That's fine. Still working on the Cat Chariot deck. I love it. Second Creativity. Don't mind that one either. Essica's Chariot. So if they have Galvanic Blast or some nonsense, I'd rather plus my Teferi. Cat car? No, what's it actually called? Cadillac. It's the Cadillac. Come on, like let's properly meme this name. It's the Cadillac. The Cadillac of equipment, if you would. Can we make a Cadillac and Dinosaurs deck? So that we can name it... You're gonna say what? Shitwagon? I don't know what that is, Roy. What? You can swear here. We're adults. Well, some of us are. Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. It's a TV show. Are you serious? Oh, the Pussy Wagon. Yes, the Pussy Wagon. That's an even better name. You don't have your car anymore? I heard you were driving the Pussy Wagon. Was censored in Greece? Well, I mean, it's not the 1970s in my chat, Roy. So I guess if I attack the Teferi with a Dwarf token first, they'll put in a Thopter. But either way, I get 2 Archon triggers. They're probably going to bring in Thopters to protect the Teferi, and then we get to attack it anyway. All right, opponent, you're probably dead to this, right? This is a lot of Archon. Yeah, they're going to protect the Teferi. Oh, there's 2 swords. But what if 2 swords. I can just F6 here because it's just going to jump to declare attackers. What if they still die to triggers? They will, very quickly. Like, they're not going to overcome the Archons very quickly. What do you know? Oh, what is this art? That's awesome. What? Cool. It's like Mad Max, like future floating cars and... And why the next spell they're going to cast is Urza. I mean, if they have the Urza, I'm just dead. I mean... They don't have the Urza. But they're almost dead, right? So it's... If I find a fetch... No... This plus the... No, that... Oh, that might do it. Okay. So, combat first. They should be dead this turn, actually. They're just going to die to all the burn. So they should sack their Teferi and then put 2 Thopters into play to block. Really? Did you... Sorry, in Italian, it's kind of funny. I translated the joke literally, and it doesn't do a great impression. Yeah. So, sorry, what you said was meant to be a joke? Why the next spell they're going to cast is Urza? Oh, it's probably I set you up for that, right? Oh, I could have killed one of their blockers. It's okay, we drew double lightning bolt. Oh, it's why bother? Wait, Zach. What you're not making any of your decisions around is the fact that you're dead anyway. Oh, yeah. So now that they've seen that... Hands, do you know, Alex? I feel like you could. It's possible. And then let's get the Nahiris in here too. I don't need hard evidence. I don't need so many Faithful Mendings with the cuts I've made. So one thing we do have to play around a little bit is Aether Spellbomb potentially, but I'm not going to worry about it. I was just wondering if Hands knew you, Alex, because technically you're from Lower Canada. I'm from Upper Canada. Not Northern Canada, Upper Canada. I tend to not cut all Archons when juking. You gotta have a variety of creativity targets. Why? Do I? Why? I mean, I could imagine keeping one. Maybe two. Yeah, I see it. All right. Yeah, they're running Teferi. No, Upper Canada is what the colony was called that became Ontario, and Lower Canada was Quebec, give or take. They were referred to such as they were up the St. Lawrence, further up the St. Lawrence, or further down the St. Lawrence, since the river flows down into the ocean, but in a northeasterly direction. Sand is not great. Sand is even worse. The dragons are okay. I'm really disappointed in Obsidian Charmaw against any deck that isn't like Greentron or Etron. I haven't had much success trying to do that. Hold on. So all y'all Canadians who are in the chat, have you seen the person who's called like Nova Scotia? There's someone on Twitch whose name is like literally like Nova Scotia or something like that. Every time I see them, I'm like, the Scotch! The Scotch is here. Right, yeah, I figured. Freak You Nasty, I think, is the place I've seen him the most. So we go Savai Triome, Steam Vents, ending that. I keep asking for donaires. The oldest whiskey distillery in Canada is in Cape Breton. These are the fun facts, y'all. This is as good as it gets with Canada. Bridge. I think I can deal with the bridge. I'm going to plus this in case they do play Urza this time, which is dangerous if they go Steam Vents into Prismatic Ending, but I'll take it. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Yeah. It's not a land, but it is good enough because we go shock, make a treasure, and then we create dispute the Urza. Scrapping it out here, baby. Scrapping it out. And then we're going to hit a fetch land next turn for a dwarf, right? They shocked? Oh, that's scary. I'm the best Canadian streamer? For Magic? Maybe. They do have a ending. It's actually okay. Like, this is not a problem. So now we just creativity X1. And I still have... Oh, there is Squat Chief. I knew there was at least another one. I'll be better than him soon enough. And by better, I mean have more metrics. I watch too many Canadian VTubers. Do we have a thriving VTubing industry? Is that what I'm being told? I can't attack. Oh no. Oh, was not expecting that one. All right. No, I'm sure Chief is awesome. Oh, but they discard the Urza. Works for me. I feel advantaged, not gonna lie. Please tell me they top deck an Urza. Please tell me they top deck an Urza. I want to feel the salt. Alright. I guess I could have held that to Rummage. Although if I draw an Archon, I would like to cast it. It'd be fun. Oh, this is Whir. The cast the Whir? Yeah. For 3, huh? I mean, I'm countering this on general principles, but I am curious what they wanted to Whir for 3 for. Watched a man huffing propane. So let's go. Oh, hi, Mom. All right. Well, back you go. All right. All right, it's dwarf beatdown time, baby. Y'all know what I'm here for. Y'all know what I'm about. I'm gonna beat down with the dwarf. Propane fumes, right? Like, okay, they don't have a sword yet. So that is annoying, but not too annoying. Okay, that could be a good draw. That is intense, Demir. That is something. All right, so that is not actually all that relevant here. Just ditch the bolt, and I don't need more land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, I do not. find Urza. This is Teferi. No, it's Urza. Okay. Gosh, that's... No, it's Whir for 2. Got it. Godspeed, Little Dispute. Do I want the rest in peace here, even? I guess so. You want the shock of the... Oh, I'm definitely keeping the Prismari. I'm just trying to figure out if I... Hey, how's it going, Mr. Rib? Why is this deck playing Rip? Because we've got a sweet transformational sideboard, which you can always check out by checking the link to my Stream Decker, where you can see the entirety of the list. This is Teferi. Oh, it's a verdict. Yeah, all right. I guess I'll wait till I draw, because we could just double kill these. That's a draw. I don't need to do anything here. I guess if they draw... I can set up to play around if they draw sort of the Meek. So I should. I want this if they draw an Urza. Yeah, okay. Shauna. Alright, opponent. Here's another dwarf. I hope you have another supreme verdict. There's literally no other possible answer to a dwarf token. Mom, what? What the hell, Mom? Come on now. So it's a good thing we don't actually need oh my God, twice in one game. This is your oops song? Alright, on it. Oh, Hands is my hero. Thopter Sword was banned, and you can find out about all the banned cards at this handy dandy song. I just put in an Archon here, right? I guess they could have Path again. Those were probably simpler times. They were. Very different world. All right, Demir. See you in a bit. All right, opponent, I'd like to go to attack. Hey, Miss Lethal. Well, you are incredibly welcome. Because you have never been here before, both factually and metaphorically with your name. Wait, flip that, reverse it. Because I always miss lethal. I'm the king of miss lethal. Maybe you can help. I'll be right back. All right. Fact, your daughter passed out watching Zach on TV. Well, obviously it wasn't too loud because they usually have a lot of... there's usually the music on. But more importantly, Hands, I hope it wasn't a night where I was swearing too much. Because I wish I did that less sometimes. For the kidlets. And their freaking ears. Ow, my freaking ears! You know who doesn't miss lethal? Randy Rootwall. These are the facts. These are the facts. Randy Rootwall has never missed lethal. I mean, we're halfway there. Hand slaps, keep, Thoughtseize. Yeah. I mean, I agree, Hands. Like, but you know, there are people out there who are. I believe we are authentically getting close to 2,000 subscribers. Not subscribers, followers. Subscribers is YouTube. I mean, there are subscribers on Twitch, but that's a whole different thing. Your kids fall asleep to you talking all the time? That's adorable. They're really, really young, though, right? The new Tomoto thing, on some accounts, it just seems to hang around on the account, like, literally forever. Like, once you start... Oh, we're not going to ditch both our Archons. We're against Esper Control. The Gauntlet League is, you get these free points when you start a new Moto account, where you can play against other new players. Oh, thanks, Miss Lethal. Oh, it's Reanimator. We're in the mirror. So that means if I hit my reanimation spell after they hit their reanimation spell, we'll end up... we'll end up ahead. They're not playing a reanimation spell. Chalice. Yeah, you got it. Whenever I see Handsom's username, I hear Cooper pronouncing it. Who's Cooper? Which Cooper? Like Sly Cooper? The raccoon? Alright, so... I mean, that's a great way to put a kid to bed, though, with a physics textbook. Like, that's adorable. So I guess I play around drawing creativity. Is their name just... Oh, Cooper the Red. I know who that is. That's the mill player, right? Or the mill competitor. You can shout them out, Hands, but I don't have a shout out command. I need to get Freak to Well, that's annoying. As I said, by having the first Archon, we were disadvantaged. Well, I actually assumed that they were going to have the first Archon, but yeah, now we're in trouble. Problem is, their deck actually plays counter magic. Ours doesn't. Yeah, I understand that, Shauna, but I didn't go into why I wouldn't, which is that they actually play counter magic and we don't. So I can't do that, really. No, sorry. I just said we don't have a shout out command here. I mean, it's not no. Like, it doesn't do anything wrong. It's not a basic part of the MTG bot's functionality, and I don't know how to create stuff. You can Prismari into a Persist here. Yeah, maybe I should have just gone for it. Cooper likes to play Yogg, but cycles between Dex and Pauper and Modern. Neat. Are they playing Kaya's Guile? They're playing Teferi. Sure. I don't need to kill their Chalice for anything that I actually need to do. Spider's latest list had Guile? That makes sense. Well, that sucks. All right. But now finding a Persist is not even that good. Oh, yeah, you're probably right, Shauna, because I'm looking to Creativity X2. Yeah. I was thinking about it, and I knew I did something wrong, but I couldn't put my finger on it. So I was like, oh, playing the one on the graveyard is better because I end up not as much down on resources, but that's not actually true here. I think we're just dead. Like, their sequence came together perfectly, and ours kind of didn't. I can find Teferi here, actually. But this is looking pretty bad. That's not going to do it. Why do we play Dispute in this deck? Many Magic the Gathering players ask the question. Sorry, Rest in Peace. Why are you playing Rest in Peace? It really is, Ray. It's because that the game knows which ones are legal, and it only lists ones you can actually try to cast. Nahiri is a bomb. I don't need bolts, so maybe we keep Archons and some Mendings. So I'm not going to have access to black in the early game here. But that's okay. Gonna keep never draw a third land? For sure. That's definitely going to be the game we have. Yeah, I agree, Shauna. That's what I was like, kind of like thinking through myself. I was like, oh, we don't actually need black. They mulled to 5. That's a yikes from me, dog. They're looking for the graveyard hate? Maybe. Jebaited. We still have this, right, Roy? Oop. Works if you spell it right. Yep. But the point is, you can put anything in the slot of the word baited, and it will. Yeah, exactly. It'll zoomerize it. I don't know why that makes me as happy as it does, but it really does. I adore that we have that command. It just makes me happy. Jilamau. And the F is good too. We have fun here. We have fun here. All right, let's play this tapped. Fine. All you degenerates, I'll attack with my crab token. Cola Stacker with the follow. Thanks, friend. Cola Stacker with the big follow. Big follow. Everything in the world should be a radio ad. They have Priest of Felrites? Oh, unmarked grave. Crab goes gurgle, gurgle. Gurgle, gurgle. So, the one thing that creativity decks have in the advantage in this matchup is we've got a bunch of chaff creatures, which is pretty good. Sunday. So I play Teferi here, right? And then next turn, we might be able to creativity for... I didn't need to fetch there. But next turn, we can creativity for 3, most likely. And then it shuts off their ability to Archon. Do I play Teferi and minus for the bait? If you play Teferi, why not Triome? Yeah, that was probably better. I wanted more chaff in case they had Reanimate plus Prismatic... Prismatic Ending. You'd slam the creativity. The thing is, creativity X2 will win the game. And I guess the danger is if they like Thoughtseize me. Yeah, we're probably in a good enough spot, even if they have their own Archon. The only thing that really gets me here is like Verdict, which, whatever. Which do they play? What? The point is, this turn they can't like Teferi and Persist. They can't like. I don't think they could like 1-2 punch me. They did discard an Unburial Rites there, which means they get to get their Archon back. But then I just attack with my Archon and they lose theirs. So we're good. All our little crappy creatures are doing the Lord's work. They could have double Prismatic Ending. They do play Thoughts. Well, no, you know what? They were on the Chalice build, though, which means main deck they wouldn't have Thoughtseize, but I like, I'm not... They could have some discards, but they could have Collector Brutality out of the sideboard, which I guess right now wouldn't be a problem, but... it would have taken the creativity there. They can go to Teferi bounce? I mean, that's fine. Like, we'll just play through that. Yeah, this is... Bye, Crably. Now we go to Teferi bounce. No, we just attack. Trigger. I agree with you, Shauna. And Spider's told me multiple times that he's like, no, my deck has other angles. And it's like, no, it doesn't. If you got Surgical to an Archon, you would be dead. Whereas, like, what I like about this deck, especially post-board... I've seen him play through some pretty incredible graveyard hate. And, like, he won't get beat by a bridge. Like, there is plenty of play to the deck, but, like... Well, they're evening out the life loss so far. At least a little bit. Smash! I mean, yeah, it can play through most amounts of graveyard hate. It's just that my problem is just the Archon problem. This is now, you just made this lethal opponent. Maybe they have the Guile here? Nope, they went to blocks. Nope. They fetched themselves into death. It's not how I would have expected that to go, but alright. Died with honor. I feel like the die with honor is take the hit, then fetch. They want it to be on the play so badly. Yeah. I've been so impressed with Archon, though. Charmaw just with the Tron decks. Yes, basically. Could you bring it in against something like Hammer Time? Yeah. I haven't seen that be successful yet. They also multiplied that game, so we kind of smashed them. Opponent? You're on the play. You... Okay. I was concerned for a second there. So, I could keep up Dispute on turn 1, but they can't reanimate on turn 2, so... I don't think I really have a reason to do that. I had the turn 2. And I can't fight it. Alright, so if they've got a dispute for my Teferi, we're probably donezo. But if they don't... oh no! Anyway. Here's Wonder Ball. Well, they have a blue open, so if they have their Mystical Dispute, then, you know, it's gonna be sad times. Do I want to play this Faithful Mending? Not really. Please? Good. They get another Archon this turn, we go Dwarven Mine into Creativity. So, looking pretty good here. No white mana. Just nada. They are so far. They're playing Jace? They're playing something. Oh. Yes, very well, opponent. Well played. Boy, is there egg on my face. So Thanks, Rabe. I can hold up instant speed Creativity, and the question is, why? Yeah, I think I should. If they play a Teferi, we just instant speed Creativity. I almost think playing Nahiri's better here. They've shut off a lot of their own spells. A lot. I think this time Nahiri's better. The other thing with Creativity is our Nahiri's... Or, sorry, our Creativity could hit an Emrakul. And assuming that they played Teferi this turn, that would be really bad for us. Because we get nothing out of it, and then they would bounce my Emrakul. Alright, they look incredibly dead here. Now I have Creativity X2. So they're just dead over the next turn, basically. And I have Dispute if I need it. That wouldn't even be a problem, Turtle Power. I would sack my Teferi and then Creativity X2 and then basically kill them. So. They've cut off most of their reanimation spells. Hey, Turtle Power. Like, what is this? Desperation time for the B squad on this one, and they are looking unhappy with the turn results here. Oh, Big Mama Emrakul coming in there, and they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 permanents. So that is just gonna be devastating. Trigger. Oh, sorry, triggers. They keep the chalice, yeah. I would love to see them keep the chalice. Is this deck good? Not sure. I seemed off of it, but now we're back on. Should I be like a speedrunner, Shauna? We lost games. This league is bad. Yeah, I agree, Octopodes. Fairweather Pilot. Yeah, exactly. That's me. Oh, Punt and Wine is way up there, too. Martinez is in 6th place. 7 trophies is enough for 6th place. This is a high number of trophies. Big Bad Burn is my opponent. I'm going to keep this hand in the dark. Yeah, we got the hip. If I trophy, you'll send me a gift. What if I don't trophy? Will you also send me a gift? If it's a Russian bride, can I pick which one? I know her name. Uh-oh. Would I like a gift? Not if it's onerous for you to send it, no. It's probably creativity, huh? Yeah, Bob Cajun's a real place. I've driven by Bob Cajun. It's probably Poopy Waffle creativity. Could be. Could be anything. Hopefully whatever it is jams the Teferi down my throat. It's definitely creativity. Deck is legitimately all over the place? Really? 5 color elementals? They'd have Kahira, wouldn't they? Come on, mana leak me. Do it. No mana leak. Could be mill. Could be mill. Why no ending Tarn? Just to have more flexibility with my colors, I guess, Ito. Like, I don't have black yet, so I didn't want to not have access to black. And then I drew the Savai Triome. How do I like this build over the one without the Persistent Archon? Well, which one without Persistent Archon? I think we wait. You think you jam X1 there? It's not creativity. Oh, he's on 8 it turns. We definitely don't like counter spells. We can punch through. I have a lot of cards here. So they're on money pile? Or something money pile adjacent? You think it's blue-white control that drew 2 Triomes? Yay! I mean, they have been running 1, and I guess they're running 2 now. If it's control, I guess I want to start jamming. Sure. Bolt the face. I still can. Jamming! But also wait for them to make a move. Well, they might do it now. They might go counter and then I was actually thinking of a Saga. Doesn't second man play? If they Verdict, I just Creativity my treasure token next turn. And Archon is a huge swing against their deck. Plus, then they're down a Verdict. Now, they're probably playing Solitude, but... No, the more likely thing here is like Teferi plus. Then I can attack it and bolt it, which prompts a response from them. They're just doing nothing. They got to do something, right? I don't want to play this Triome. I'm not going to. It's Blue Tron. Deluge, yeah. Playing Glacial Fortress in their Mystic Sanctuary deck? I doubt it. Good draw. Probably should have cycled. Oh, it's to get more names for Field of the Dead. Yeah, that makes sense. Surely you planned for this, right, opponent? Yeah. Yeah, I mean... Bolt the Tef? Do you think they're going to counter it? I don't think they will. But if they do, we end up in a... Yeah, the problem is they're playing this smart. I can't blow my last Creativity now. Because they could play Tef here. They could feel pressured into it or feel confident about it. Yep. The problem is now I can't kill it because they work through both the dwarves. Okay, they have exactly Counterspell in hand, so let's see if I can find something else relevant. Teferi would be great. Blood Crypt is fine. Faithful Mending's not good at all. I know, that's why I sacked. Field of the Dead is very much band hands. That's sorry, that was the joke for anyone who... Go for Mending. All right. I guess I could find Teferi and a Archon. But I can't. All right, well, at least we can threaten to kill the Teferi this turn, I guess. Yeah. I can't afford rummaging here. I don't have blue. It's okay. We're getting a treasure back if this resolves. Yeah. Okay. They've navigated this game well enough. They've only needed to play 2 counter spells. It's tough. Teferi 3 and Solitude were an absolute beating for us. Sure. Yeah, against control without Ren and 6, these decks are tough. Ren does not do nothing against blue-white X. They only have one good answer for it. So it does not do nothing against blue-white X. Putting pressure on them to ending it also can clear space for Teferi. Yeah, Ren and 6 is unfreaking real in just like every matchup. All right, I'm off it. We can't win that game. Yeah, hitting land drops against... Ren is such a big deal against control, it's ridiculous. Like, I don't understand what you're saying. Like, yes, they can ending it, but, like, they have to. And if they don't, it's a huge, huge deal. We never discarded an Archon that game, and we never showed them a Persist. So... yeah, exactly. It's already a 2-for-1, and it's threatening more... like, it's I can't even I don't have words. I don't have words. Ren and 6 is so unbelievably busted against control. Yeah, yes. It's terrible against burn. It's terrible against burn. Yeah, I want Nahiri. I don't need that many endings. Yeah, I fixed it. Yeah, I got it. FSM. Full shot metal. Fairly standard mitochondria. Flying spaghetti monster. No, I don't think so. They're playing Solitude. There's no point. And Teferi 3. It just mucks up your ability to guarantee value off your Archons. This hand sucks. This hand sucks so bad. Still sucks. Phone storage Mystic. We need to get the M in the wrong place too. Phone Mord Stistic. Play Tarn for Triome. I I don't really care about the Triome. I'd rather have the guaranteed dwarf token. Alright. Well, now I can have blue mana if they jam a Teferi here. So they probably won't. Damn it. Maybe we draw a second persist. Oh my god, we did. I should have jammed. Alright, but we'll just do it next turn. We'll just do it next turn. They probably don't have double counter this early. They'll cycle an Archmage's Charm here. Oop. No, they saw neither Archon nor Persist. They did see black mana, but I was assuming that we would not, in a million years, see Rest in Peace this game, and I believe that I'm correct. Pog. And now we would have an out for counter magic. We have an out for counter magic if the Archon resolves. And by counter magic, I mean a blue card. They downtick Teferi. Yeah, they're digging for Solitude very aggressively? Must be. That's okay. Good. Okay, they went to sacrifice. We need the land so I can dispute a... Nope. Alright, we'll just pass. Hopefully they just verdict here. They don't have double white yet, but they could get to it. They could also Teferi 5. Teferi 3 plus counterspell would be good enough. They discarded a verdict. Fuck. They misplayed if I had hit the land. But, yeah. Alright, we can play through this. It just sucks. I have to find another Archon, and this deck is not actually that good at it. They're down a lot of cards on that play, so it's not that bad, but it just doesn't feel great. When it's so easy for them to just, like, pull over us again. Yeah, not doing it with the Teferi on board was just a straight-up mistake. There's 3 for 1 them? I think it was more, right? Shit. I want to see if I can hit a land right now. There's like no way they counter this. Sweet. Always Jen and I. I like all the cards in this hand. Do I discard one of the persists? That can't be right. Yeah, just not hitting the land is so frustrating here. But it's okay. We'll be fine. Yeah, I agree. But I mean, I knew that that was a possibility with the play that I made. And if they go Teferi 5 into protection, yes, it's going to be a little tough. Teferi 3 is not so bad. I mean, I think we can be going down cards right now. Like, in terms of just raw card volume, I'm super ahead, but it's there's a lot of tempo problems happening. Thanks, Jen and I love this shirt. It's old, it's falling apart, actually, but I like it. So the first threat we play here is Teferi, right? Hey, how's it going, Pi? We were 3-0 in this league, but we're getting rinsed by blue-white control now. We beat Wilderness Wreck, but this is much more difficult. You think I'm ahead here? It just depends on what's in their hand. I mean, they're down to 3 cards. It's a minor win, yeah. I would say it's a minor win at best. The problem is most of my hand doesn't do anything. Like, I have cards, but none of this does anything. Like, next turn I can remove the Teferi, but it already drew them a card. So, yeah. I don't know. I don't feel ahead. They have the Vantress going off every turn. Like, it's very difficult to beat this position. Not letting them draw with Charm is amazing. I mean, yeah, but I don't know. There we go. Yeah, I think the opponent is heavily favored here. Even if we get the Reanimator, right, they could just have another Solitude, which, admittedly, like, that's not a great trade for them, but keeps them in the game. I don't know. We haven't lost, but it's definitely not great. Okay, that's a very good thing for it to happen for us. Unless it means they just have, like, infinite more counters in hand. The thing I wish we had here was, like, 2 Thoughtseizes in the 75. That's actually not true right now, Jen and I. Blue-white is playing almost, like, the least counters I've ever seen a blue-white control deck play. But this is a post-board game, so they can have more. Still have flashback mending? Yeah. I'm going to crack the clue now. Like, there's still plenty of stuff going on. It's just blue-white being soul-crushing. I'm going to jam X2 creativity here. Can they actually make 5 colors? We've seen 4. Just forcing them to have an actual counterspell again. This is Deluge? Solitude. That's what I was hoping for. Okay. No! Fuck! Ah, that's so annoying. Alright. Yeah. Keep it up almost there. I don't have anything left. That's the thing. Like, I don't have anything. We're out. We're tapped out. Okay. Technically, an Archon could beat that. Not gonna be easy. Yeah, I know. But they still have a Teferi, so the Archon is going to get bounced if we get one Archon. I'm not out of it. I'm not acting like I'm out of it. It's just been... I feel like that Typhoon should have been cycled. Probably. Okay. Oh, I'm jamming Nahiri. They have 0 cards in hand. So, if I exile the Typhoon now, Nahiri dies. If I exile the Solitude, I keep the Nahiri for another turn. It's a lot more risky. Because they have 2 cards to work with. I think hitting the Solitude is probably fine. I'm just going to try to hit another Archon next turn. Hopefully they whiff a little bit. I think they should have upkeep Vantrist. Maybe not with the Teferi. Maybe they should have main phase Vantrist. Come on. Oh. We weren't beating that. We weren't beating that. If I exile the Typhoon or if I exile the... Alright. Oh my god. No. Alright. Just stomped. The game, I don't know. I never felt in... The one time we were close to in that game was when we got the Archon, but because they had the Exile, we just had Persist rotting in our hand. I think the turning point, was when you discarded Prismari over Dispute. Yeah, I just thought we could get through the Teferi. Like... I thought we could get through the Teferi and have the Dispute, but we never found a second Archon, like I said. And I don't like playing Unburial Rites. Oh, for the love of fuck. Alright. Good luck, Pi. He's newing. Yeah, variant sucks, exactly. Yeah, there's not really anything wrong with the deck. and chase the Mind Sculptor. I mean, Teferi was the thing that wrecked us all game long, right? And if we had hit the land after the Archon was in, we could have countered their Solitude. They actually played badly around it. And he's on Elementals. Okay, we're a better deck than if we were playing Emrakul only. Is it just me? Is 3 Fairy a good card? He's alright. Medium minus. I hope to see a Sprawl here. No Sprawl. I guess if I play the Evidence, I'm just giving him a target for Prismatic Ending. So we won't. I was going to play Hard Evidence there, but now I'm not. Question is, do I want a Teferi in play if they play a Teferi? Yes. Do I want to downtick Teferi in case they have Risen Reef into Fury? Yes. The question here is like how, I don't know, like aggressive do I want to go with this like Prismari Command, or I think we just jam Teferi here in minus. Yeah, it is Gen and I, but you have to pay for the Teferi. You have to decide what you're going to do with the Teferi. Like, you don't, like, if I Urza flip a Teferi for free, yeah, I'm putting the Teferi into play, right? But that's not the question here. The question is, do I want a Teferi in play now versus other options that I have? Because of the things that can happen here. I think I was supposed to plus, though, because Fury doesn't normally kill the Teferi. Yeah, I made a mistake. I was supposed to plus. You can plus against Elementals. I'm so used to having to minus against every deck. Paper Magic is infinitely better because cheating is way more possible. I think so? It definitely seems like I have hit a lot of Raugrin Triomes on the opener. Pi is actually just telling me his full list in chat. Not slowly, he's just like, I'm on stock Elementals, it has these cards in the thing, because he knows what my list is. Seems obvious that Teferi 3 on 1 was thought to be pretty irrelevant to the game. It seems clear that that's stupid wrong. What? I don't... I'm gonna have to go through that again. It seems obvious that turn 3 on 1, Teferi 3 on 1, was thought to be pretty irrelevant to the game. Oko seems good. I think I actually want the mending here. Oko's unplayable. Yeah. He plus the Teferi instead of attacking the clue token? Weird. Alright, come on. Why? Oh, why do you hate me? Why do you love me? Why do you love me? Why do you love me? Driving me crazy. Do I like that song? Not really. Can't remember the last time I, Hello, angry you're cheating on him. We were 3-0. It was seeming really good. Well, he's down to 4 cards in hand, which is pretty good. The fact that he didn't draw off Teferi is nice. We gotta hit something. I'm on 7 mana. We can almost just cast the Archon. Crap on meth. Daddy's here. Yep. Come on. Okay, Cavern's nice. Okay. Yes, Oko's still banned. That's the joke. Please. Ah, come on. So they can't ephemerate. So I'm pretty sure I kill this Omnath. And now I'll have enough mana to make a treasure. Or to, cast an Archon. Which is, something. Also, if I draw Creativity, we Creativity out 4 Archons. Which is pretty hysterical. Someone needled Oko, and the streamer was like, oh, great, I can plus Oko to turn off their needle. It's great. Yeah, no. Oko will never be unbanned in Modern. At least, I don't imagine it would be. I guess never say never. Double Risen Reef. Yeah. Alright. Pinos is basically endgame. Won't be unbanned in Legacy either. I mean, alright. This is what I set up for. I came here to cast creativities and cast Archons. I'm all out of creativities. Trigger. Okay, they didn't have Solitude? Oh my god. I guess. Don't you dare Teferi me, Pie. Don't you dare Teferi me. I guess I still have a Mending in the graveyard. Yep, of course. Okay, let's just Mending into Persist. Be nice. Wouldn't it be nice if we find Persist? Then I wouldn't have to wait so long to put another Archon on the battlefield. Indomitable seems just so damn strong. And we're smashing up the Ella player while we listen to a Quiet Slayer song. I tried. Do we have 2 black sources in the deck? Yeah, we do. Shoulda attacked first. Yes, I don't know. Probably. Okay. Yeah, because I could have killed one and then made them sack the other. Yeah. Yes, you are 100% correct. I wasn't thinking through it because that top deck was so insane, and then I was doing a bit. Good bit, though. Worth the misplay, I think. I mean, they're going to really block the token. I mean, if they want to protect their Teferi, they would. I don't know. Barbaran. Is it about a barber, Roy? So we have 2 more Archons in the deck. So, sorry, I missed the, I don't know, moral? I missed some of the description that you gave me earlier, Shauna. Are you saying when Doom played it on stream, he brewed it from whole cloth? Because, like, the Waffo list was already out by that point. I'm assuming he didn't build it. And they play Solitude? Oh, that's fine. You don't put fruit on pizza. Of course you do. Tomatoes are fruit. Yeah, but you don't put tomato on pizza. I mean, some people do. Yeah, you brewed it from scratch, I understand. I don't think Doom did. I think Doom was playing the Waffo list, like, right after it got posted. Because that's usually the day where he plays decks from the weekend. You don't put tomato sauce on pizza? Doom was tweaking Waffle's list and gave you... I like a lot of things about Waffle's list. Even after playing your list. But, I mean, we'll see, because we're going to play it. Okay. I guess we're going to put all the Archons into play at once. Let's see if I can get a picture with the squad together. Before Pi destroys me. I guess I'm supposed to try to attack first, but I want to get the achievement unlocked with all the Archons in play. You know, Roybert, I'm a little disappointed in you, because if you had listened to Tom Cardy's song about fruit salad, you'd know that just because it's technically a fruit doesn't mean we have to be beholden to that. I can only do 2. Hope he doesn't have a Solitude. Ah! You jackass. I asked him if I could get the pick, but I guess I did it too late. Brutal! I guess I should have played Teferi this turn. I can't see me losing from this point, but I guess I should have played the Teferi. Should have killed the Archon. That's a good thing I didn't attack first. Yeah, I should have creativity the 2 Archons into 2 Archons. Olives and peppers are both fruits that go on pizza. Again, there's just no need for that. There's just no need for that kind of talk. I had 2 bolts, he would have killed one of the Archons. That's true. Pie's fighting it out here. Pineapple is fine. Fight you? I mean, you can have it on your pizza. The biggest problem with pineapple is it corrupts the pizza. Like, you can't take pineapple off a pizza. Because for some reason, it's always wet pineapple. It's never slightly dried pineapple. It's always like pineapple in syrup that they put on pizza. Man, he's really ripping through here. They're stored in the syrup to keep it fresh longer. I mean, I understand. But, like, yeah, big fan of fungus here. Love me some mushrooms. For anyone who's not Canadian, can anyone guess what's on Canadian pizza? I know this has come up before, but there's a type of pizza called Canadian. A set of toppings referred to as Canadian. Jen and I got one. Jeez, he's still going, huh? Jen and I got one of them. No, you can't guess. You're Canadian. But Hawaiian pizza was from Canada? I mean, for all I know, it is. He just went... Did he go from 0 cards in hand before his draw step to 7 with 2 Muldrifters? It's pretty insane. If he has the 3rd Ephemerate here, looks like it. Wild. No, he just threatened it. That was a hell of a turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we had enough mana to play Archon there, but I didn't actually have the black. So you told me he has Rip in the sideboard, so he's definitely bringing those in. That said, I don't... Maybe I'm supposed to play through the Rip. It's usually a little bit easier to tell, Turtle, when you realize that Bowling for Soup is from Texas. You can usually tell by the voice. Whereas Fountains of Wayne sounds a lot more northern to me. Maybe California? All of the pop punk bands actually sound like they're from California a little bit, but that's just like the vocal quality. I kind of want the disputes. And I can trim like an Evidence and a Prismari? Oh, Ending. I think we're supposed to try to play through the Rips this game. Thinking 4X Dispute is better than the Fluster Split? Well, are you worried about any of the Cascade matchups or not? Because that's what the card Flusterstorm is for. And this deck isn't particularly afraid of Teferi or Murktide, which is what the card Mystical Dispute is for in the metagame. Like, obviously you get percentage points, like, overlapping a little bit, but I think 2 and 2 is totally fine. Alright, this is a great poker hand. Yeah, I know we can beat Rhinos. That's what I'm saying, is like... But what you can't beat of Rhinos is Force of Negation, which is why you want Flusterstorm. Yeah, this is good enough. Also multi-6. Living End Sans Endurance is also pretty beatable. Endurance? Wait, what? Are there Living End decks with Endurance? Wild. I mean, I believe that, but... Of course there are? I mean, I don't know about of course, but I guess why not? Why not? They don't play a lot of green cards, right? They could play Leyline. They could play Leyline. Not my favorite. Was that emote? Swift Rage. Gosh, Slimmer, why aren't you aware of every micro decision that could possibly be made? Ugh. What do we pay you for? You people don't pay me. Twitch pays me. Not good enough. Yet. Get out of here. No, I know. So, Archon v. Risen Reef, huh? We might win this court case. If they don't do anything busted this turn, we'll hard evidence into Creativity X2. But there's just nothing I need to worry about now. Realistically. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, hands. I'm saying if they do something where I really feel like I have to, like, put the dwarf out in response. Oh, this is ending? No, we'll Creativity X1 here. It's just too much of a swing. I think it's worth it. When we get to kill a Risen Reef, it's like, I wish I could hold on for 2, but holding on for 2 maybe makes me lose the game. So let's just like get this over with. Is it possible they went through this? Absolutely. But we're better off doing this than waiting and then getting blown out. Also, I have a replacement. Time to pull out the Band-Aid. Oh, God. There's blood everywhere. They can't ephemerate. Oh. Do you also have the Solitude? Oh my god. Well, he's on 1 card in hand, but Mans is alive. I'm sure he was not happy to see that. Sure he was not happy to see the Teferi there. Man alive! There are men alive in here. Solitude? Hardcast Solitude? Moldrifter, right, of course. Yikes. Okay. Well, I'm terrified of this Moldrifter, but... Oh, no. Risen Reef into... Okay, it's just the Kahira. I was like, Risen Reef into Ephemerate, please, no. Is it just the Kahira? Oh, thank God. 3/3 Vigilance flying. It's so big! He's massive. Guess I'll get, yeah, more colors. Okay, well, once we play 1, we're gonna keep playing them. So, yeah. All right. Alrighty. Don't need to make any more moves. Just start playing Archons. So glad Muldrifter is playable. Remember that card I said we could play through? Might have come through for us here. Tap Breeding Pool, 1 card in hand. I think we're golden. I don't need to block. Let's take the 6 this turn. Come from the land of the ice and snow. Boop! Trigger. what a great meme from a great show. Surprise, motherfucker. God, what a good show. To the last season. The last 2 seasons. Pie, you might want to concede. Just... Scraw! Actual lethal. Pie says, sadly, I think I have a terrible matchup versus Persist, Creativity, Archon mid-range. I found lethal. I did find lethal. To be fair, all I had to do was attack. And... Yeah. Pie and I are just chatting, unfortunately. Not unfortunately. Unfortunately to the speed of the stream. But Charmaws probably need to go? No way. You gotta have a good Green Tron matchup, I think, otherwise you're just gonna die. Alright, so 4-1 with that. I mean, that was really impressive considering that this build just looks so clean. They've been hilariously bad for you? Really? I phrased that badly, Hans, because I was trying to deal with being on stream and etc. Play Vindicate? You could play Vindicate in this list. You could. Think you could win the blue-white match too? Well, the deck can. I don't know if we could win those games, Shauna. We got eaten. Like, just the draw was just not there. That said, I would love to see some discard spells here. I would love to see 2 Thoughtseizes somewhere in this list. We don't need turn 1 Thoughtseize. It's not about turn 1 Thoughtseize. We never needed Thoughtseize on turn 1. We needed Thoughtseize on turn 7. We don't need turn 1 Thoughtseize at all. Turn 1 Thoughtseize is not what this deck needs. So the way I want to change this deck, generally, is I want to do this, not that, this. I want to do this, and I want to do this. Something like that. Thought distortion. Well, I mean, you could board that, but I wouldn't want to. Hey, Kaya. We just stopped Pie from getting a trophy, so you're welcome. Sorry, Pie. That was a tough game. The double Triome Mending Persist mana won't let you do Fire/Ice consistently too. What are you talking about? If you need to play fire on turn 2, this deck will always be able to do it. And that is the only part of that spell you really need to play on turn 2. The blue part, you don't need to play it on turn 2. It's fine. Sometimes you can. Sometimes it's great. But ice on turn 2 is like, it's not necessary. This is just like, this is what I would want to do. And maybe even I like the 4th Prismari Command over the 4th Mending. But obviously, like, this deck wants Discard Atlas for Persist. Also, like, again, I like really having the Nahiris in the main. Well, Kaya, we had a full-on transformational sideboard where we could take out the Persists and all the Archons or some of the Archons. You're also very much in love with the card Lightning Bolt. I mean, I love Lightning Bolt too. It's just like, I've played enough of Wafo's list to feel like Fire Ice is just generally better almost all the time. Almost all the time. It's crazy how much, like, fire is... I get so many double kills with fire. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But you fetch the Triome on 1, you fetch a Shockland on 2, Shauna. That's like that's the pattern for these decks. You go Triome Shockland. Yeah, I just want some kind of discard to punch through counter decks. And I'm not even convinced you need a full 4 Prismatic Endings, but most people are playing them, so... I just feel like a lot of decks where you want Prismatic Ending, you just go over the top of them anyway. Oh, yeah, I saw you with the picture of the ticket. Was it as good as the first one, Kyle? Anyway, yeah, so that was the Creativity Reanimator deck from Shauna with the 4/4/4/4 all 4-ofs construction. Archon of Cruelty is bananas with Indomitable Creativity. So if you're in the future watching this on the YouTube, make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and check out any of the other videos you're interested in. And I